Garlic is one of those ingredients that almost everyone has in their kitchen, but very few people actually think about. It sits quietly in meals, blended into sauces, cooked into dishes, or simply added for flavor without much attention. For most people, garlic is just a background ingredient. Something that improves taste, nothing more, but when you start to look at it more closely, garlic becomes a lot more interesting than it first appears. Not because it is rare or complicated, but because it has been used for centuries across different cultures for reasons that go far beyond cooking. And even today, it continues to be studied and discussed in relation to general wellness and nutrition. What makes it even more interesting is that garlic is not just about what it contains, but also about how consistently it can be included in everyday life without requiring any major change. And yes, even the way it is prepared can slightly influence how people experience it. But before we get into that, let's break down what actually makes garlic such a widely discussed ingredient. And then we'll move into the important part, the real reasons people keep talking about it. By the way, let us know in the comments how many times have you eaten garlic this week. In which country are you watching from? 1. A natural compound that activates when crushed. One of the most unique things about garlic is that it contains a compound called allicin, but here's the interesting part. Allicin is not actually present in intact garlic. It only forms when garlic is crushed, chopped, or broken. This means that garlic changes at a chemical level depending on how it is prepared. That simple action of crushing garlic triggers a natural reaction inside it. And that reaction is one of the main reasons garlic has been studied so widely. It's not about complexity. It's about transformation. 2. Support for the body's natural defense system. Garlic has long been associated with supporting the body's natural defense mechanisms. Across different cultures and traditions, it has been included as part of everyday diets. Modern research has also explored its role in supporting normal immune function when consumed regularly as part of a balanced diet. This does not mean it acts as a solution or replacement for anything else, but it shows why it continues to be included in discussions around nutrition and daily habits. 3. Heart and circulatory support. Another area where garlic is often discussed is heart health. Some research has observed a possible connection between garlic consumption and general cardiovascular support. This includes areas such as circulation and maintaining already normal blood pressure levels. These effects are usually subtle and gradual. But when combined with consistent lifestyle habits, they may contribute to overall balance. 4. Cholesterol-related observations. Garlic has also been studied in relation to cholesterol markers. Some findings suggest that regular consumption may be associated with modest improvements in certain lipid-related measurements. These changes are not immediate or dramatic. Instead, they tend to appear over longer periods of consistent intake. This highlights an important idea in nutrition. Small habits repeated consistently tend to matter more than occasional efforts. 5. Antioxidant content. Garlic contains natural antioxidants. These compounds help the body manage oxidative stress, which is a normal part of everyday biological activity. Oxidative stress happens due to metabolism, environmental exposure, and other natural processes. Antioxidants support the body's internal balance by helping manage these effects. Garlic is one of many foods that contribute to this system in a natural way. 6. Digestive system interaction. Some people report that garlic supports digestive comfort when consumed in moderate amounts. It may also interact with gut bacteria, although this area is still being studied. However, responses vary widely from person to person. For some individuals, garlic feels too strong in raw form. For others, cooked garlic is much easier to include regularly. This variation is one of the reasons preparation matters. 7. Natural sulfur compounds. Garlic contains sulfur-based compounds that give it its strong smell and distinctive taste. These compounds are also responsible for much of the scientific interest surrounding garlic. Rather than being viewed as a single-function ingredient, garlic is often studied as a combination of multiple active components. This makes it unique compared to many other common foods. 8. Long-term habit value. One of the most important aspects of garlic is not intensity but consistency. Garlic is easy to include in meals. It doesn't require planning, it doesn't require special preparation, and it doesn't require large amounts. This makes it one of the simplest ingredients to turn into a long-term habit, and in nutrition, consistency often matters more than intensity. 9. Versatility in daily use. Garlic is extremely flexible. It can be used in many different ways depending on preference. Raw garlic has a strong and sharp profile. Cooked garlic becomes milder and more balanced. Roasted garlic becomes soft, smooth, and slightly sweet. And fermented garlic, known as black garlic, develops a completely different flavor experience. Each version offers a different way to enjoy the same ingredient. This flexibility is what allows garlic to stay relevant in so many diets around the world. A simple ingredient with long-term presence. Garlic does not require a complicated routine. It fits naturally into everyday meals. It is available almost everywhere, and it can be used in extremely small amounts. This is what makes it interesting, not because it is powerful in a dramatic way, but because it is sustainable. And in real life, sustainability is often more important than intensity. Different ways people use garlic. Now, while garlic is commonly used in cooking, there are a few alternative ways people have traditionally included it in their routines. Crushing garlic and letting it sit briefly before using it allows natural reactions to develop more fully. Raw garlic provides a strong and direct experience, but it is not always easy to maintain regularly. Cooking garlic reduces its intensity and makes it more adaptable for daily meals. Roasting garlic slowly changes its texture completely, turning it soft and mild with a slightly sweet taste. Some people combine garlic with honey in small amounts to make it easier to consume. And in other cases, garlic is fermented into black garlic, which has a unique flavor profile and a much softer taste experience. None of these methods change what garlic is. They only change how easy it is to include consistently in daily life. By the way, let us know in the comments how you use garlic and what country you're watching this video from. Regular consumption is often linked to supporting overall balance in the body, such as helping maintain normal immune function and supporting heart and circulation health over time. Along with possible mild effects on cholesterol levels, garlic also contains antioxidants that help the body deal with everyday internal stress. Some people find it supports digestive comfort when eaten in moderation, though experiences vary from person to person. Its sulfur compounds give it its strong smell and make it stand out from many other foods. One of garlic's biggest strengths is not its intensity, but how easy it is to include in daily life. It doesn't require large amounts or special effort, and it can be used in many ways. Raw for a strong taste, cooked for a milder flavor, roasted for a softer and slightly sweet profile, or even fermented for a completely different experience. Disclaimer: this content is for educational and informational purposes only and is not intended as medical advice. Individual results and responses may vary. Always consult a qualified professional before making changes to your diet or lifestyle. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like the video and share it with someone who still only uses garlic in one way.